All right, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, and I've been going over a series of video presentations I've created based on a series of documents that are in docs.microsoft.com, and in particular I've been going over this 7-step series on the Entity Framework Database first with ASP.NET Model View Controller. I did the getting started, the creating the web app, generating views, changing the database, customizing a view, and enhancing data validation. The last one in this series is the longest article, and it's on publishing to Azure. And as it says in here, this part of the series focuses on publishing the web app and database to Azure. You can read this topic to learn about publishing a web app and database, but to actually perform the steps, you must start at the beginning. We've already done that. All right, so I'm going to come in here and attempt to do all this stuff. I'm going to attempt to open an Azure account for free. Now, if it turns out that I have to give credit card or other information, I'm not going to show that information on here, so I'll have to pause the video. So it says you can open an Azure account for free. You get credits you can use to try out paid Azure services, and even after they're used up, you can keep the account and use free Azure services. So let's open up an Azure account for free. It says start free or buy now. I'm going to try to start free. It is asking me for my Microsoft sign-in. All right. Now, probably, let's see. It looks like this email is used for more than one account. Which one do you want? Worker, let's try the worker school account. Now, unfortunately, it's asking me for my password. I don't have a clue as to what that is. Asking me if I want to stay signed in. I'm going to say no, and let's see if I'm in. All right. So, Azure free sign-up account. So, about me. Jeffrey Scott, email address, jpscott@rankin.edu. Phone number is 314-286-3675. Next, identity verification by phone. Let's just click next here. All right. Telephone number, I already gave that. Okay, so let's what I'm going to do is I've done the About You. I think that's all done. And I'm up to the identity verification by phone. I really don't want to give my cell phone number out on here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to pause the video and put in that information and have them text me. So I'll be back with that momentarily. All right, just to fill you in, I tried to set up a subscription on my jpscott@rankin.edu email, and it says I was not eligible for an Azure subscription. So I tried to do it through my Charter account, and it said I was not eligible for an Azure subscription. So then I tried it on one of my Gmail accounts, and it said I was not eligible for an Azure subscription. So then I played with it a bit, and it said that I couldn't get a free subscription. I had to get a pay-as-you-go subscription. So I chose that. Then it asked me what service plan I wanted. And it started at $29 a month, which would not make my wife very happy. So I chose no technical support. All right. Now, if there is a charge on my credit card after all this, then I'm probably going to have to get rid of this account. All right, but I got up to here, and now it says welcome to Azure, and I can start a tour if I want, and notice it goes through all the stuff that's in here, and I can bop my way through here, look at all the stuff that's here, and finish. All right. Okay, so Windows Virtual Machine, App Services, SQL databases. I have not looked at this before, so I don't know what, if anything, to do with it. So what I'm going to do is I have now opened my account. So as it says, to publish your web app, right-click the project and select Publish. I'm going to just try doing all this. So I'm going back to here. All right, I'm just going to close basically everything. I know that before I finished this last time, what I did was I did build the solution. So it should be up to date. So it says that I should right-click on the project. I want to close everything up here to make, there you go. All right, I don't want the Contoso University data, I don't believe. I want the Contoso site, so I'm going to right mouse click on the name of my project, and I'm selecting Publish. And I'm just following the steps that are in here. If I run into any kind of problem, you'll be the first to know. All right, select Microsoft Azure websites. It says if you are not signed into Azure, provide your credentials, etc. Then select New to create a new web app. I'm just going to try to do this. Click New there. All right. Create a unique name for your web app. You will know the name is unique so that'll be the app name, and I'm actually going to grab that and I'm going to copy that to the clipboard. All right. Now I want to look at this stuff. All this stuff is blank, and I don't know if it's going to allow me to do that. See, this is my Microsoft account. It didn't allow the work or the school account. So I don't know how this is going to work, if it's going to work. This is not what was being shown here, so cancel this as well. Please select the profile to publish. Well, I did click on that one. See, it's not letting me, there's no options in any of this stuff. Create a unique name for your app. I already had done that, or it had done that. You'll know the name is unique if you see a green check mark. This is a little bit old, so I'm going to very quickly come out here and say, I'm going to say how to publish an ASP.NET web app to Microsoft Azure. Alright, so here are the steps that are shown right here. So I'm going to look at these steps. I don't want a core web app though. MVC Visual Studio 2015 web app. Let's see what that does. See, this is core, and I don't think I want core. There's build an ASP.NET web app in Azure. So I'm going to try to follow these steps. So I did do this. I selected the project and I clicked on publish. See now here, that's not the picture that I get. Looks like they want me to go there, so let's go back and try this again. So let's cancel out of all of this. Let's just cancel out of everything. Alright, right mouse click, choose publish, choose this. I'm going to try to choose new. Account, but it still isn't giving me any information here. So new, that was the name. I think that's the same name I had before. I don't know if it's changed it or not, so let's check. It has. Alright, looks like this is a timestamp, 2018 5/23, which is today, 7:38 and 58 seconds, so that makes sense, so I can get rid of that one. Alright, so I've got all that stuff in there. Once signed in, you're ready to create all the resources you need. Well, this is the problem. So I want to do this. Alright, the subscription. I can try MSDN here. And I don't know if it'll give me a service plan or not. It's not even allowing me to enter anything in here. Whew. I have nothing in here. If I change the account, try adding an account, see what that does. Okay, there you go, pay as you go. There is no resource group. There's the plan. So it did fill that stuff in. Take a screenshot of that, and I'm going to throw that out to Paint. So I've got a copy of everything that was in here. There we go. All right, I'm clicking Create. It's deploying still. It says step 0, 2. All right, it's up to step 1 of 2. Like I said, I have no idea if this is going to work or not work. All right. So it's got a bunch of stuff in here. I'm going to again do a print screen. And I'm again going to save that out to Paint. All right, so I've got all that stuff in there. Your connection values are now set. You can leave these values unchanged. Click Next. For settings, notice that 2 database connections are specified. Application, DB context, and the Contoso University data entities. Okay, I'm again going to print screen. I'm again going to save all that information out to Paint. And I'm going to tell it next again. All right. And now it's telling me to start preview. Notice it says on the bottom, no databases are selected to publish. These databases will be published when it does not mean that the databases will be published when we publish the site. We'll have to publish the database project after we're finished publishing the web app. All right. So now it has basically in here all of the files that we're going to end up using. So I'm going to click Publish. Also going to save this. All right, so this is my site out on the internet at Contoso site 2018-0523-073858.azurewebsites.net. Sounds as though when I did all this, oops, not there. Okay, there's my pub HTML, so that's got all the stuff, so to speak, in it. I don't have, because I didn't click the darn ellipsis, I don't have my name of the database server in the database. The server name, it says, is randomly generated. In the publish window, click next to see the preview. I did that. You can select preview, select publish. The output pane shows everything. After publication, the site is immediately launched in the web browser. That's correct. You can register a new user to the site, so let's see if we can do that. We don't need this open. So we can register a new user to the site, it says. So let's try that. I'm going to register myself. So register, email, let's do our jpscott@rankin.edu, password hello, 123, confirm password hello, 123, register. Passwords must have at least one non-letter or digit character. Must have at least one uppercase. So hello with a capital, 0123, comma, hello, 123, comma. Register. Thinking about it. Still thinking about it. Now it says you can register a new user to the site. However, your tables have not yet been published. If we click on the links that we have to view the student information or to view the enrollment information, we'll get an error. Still is thinking about it, not sure why. What I'm going to do is, that is pages 1 through about the bottom of page 9 on this. The second part of this, an error occurred while processing your request. Well, of course, that isn't good. I'm just curious if I'm going to get an error again. All right. I probably am, the way this has been working. So I've done all this stuff in here, not exactly the way that they showed it, but I have published it. It is out there on the system. So the next step is to go out and try to publish the database to SQL Azure. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do that as, and I did get another error. All right, so I am going to do that, like I said, but I am going to do that in the second part of this presentation. So I have the equivalent of what? 1/2. I've got about 4 pages of information to go through. I'm not sure why I was not able to log in. But I'm going to come back in just a minute, try to continue on with this, and publish the database to SQL Azure. And I'll be back with that shortly.